friend contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Ever think about how there are absurdities in life? And that how often we miss them? I'd like to invite you all to come on a 60-hour journey with me, not the speech, the story. And I'm going to share one such absurdity with you all and a lesson that I learned. It was a week ago, and I had to complete a math midterm that was worth 50% of my mark for an online course. So, to prepare for this midterm, I did what any self-respecting student would do: procrastinate. I procrastinated to the point where I had 2.5 days, or roughly 60 hours, to revise my material and learn it for the midterm on Monday. So I knew my plan of action was I need to pull an all-nighter for those 2 days. The first all-nighter went great, especially with the bucket loads of coffee that I drank. I was whizzing through my material like a hot knife through butter. But I wasn't sure whether or not that was me or the truckloads of caffeine throbbing through my body and making me fidgety like a guilty child. With 48 hours left, I had to take a break from study. Conveniently, there was a club officer training just right at there on Saturday. You see, folks, I had the misfortune of pushing my studying to a weekend where not only did I have the club officer training, but I also had the Hershaw Toastmaster executive meeting also. Now, if I took the time to properly budget my time, to learn, revise, and to precisely understand what I did for the last few weeks, I wouldn't be in this position. But as you all know, where there are students, there will be procrastination. That is the law. After the training, I was extremely exhausted. If you put a bed near me, I would have just dropped like a rock. I had about 41 hours left. And so I knew I had to do a second all-nighter. So me and my faithful companion Coffee burned the night oil to the Sunday morning. And when Sunday morning came, there was 24 hours left, and I knew I had to sleep then, because it's not healthy to have 2 all-nighters. So I decided to take another power nap. But when I woke up, it felt weird. I was well rested. I was refreshed. I was ready to do some work. And then I looked at my clock and I started shaking. Turns out that power nap was a 10-hour power sleep. At that point, I was panicking. But I knew that I didn't get all the material ready, but I had to go to the executive meeting. So I just tightened my belt, got dressed, attended the meeting. When I got back home, I studied like a madman with a mission. There were 8 hours left. And at that point, I had to call it a night, because I figured I'd rather do the midterm with some sleep rather than no sleep at all. When I woke up, I felt like it was Judgment Day. I didn't feel ready for the midterm. I knew enough to pass, but not enough to get the mark that I'd be satisfied with. So when I was taking a shower, I tried to hype myself up. So for example, I'd be like, "Who's the man? You the man." And I thought that would hype me up and get me ready for the midterm. And all that succeeded doing was just my sister pounding on the door and saying, "Why are you my brother? Why did I get this brother?" Anyways, so I knew I went to the point of no return. I had to write this midterm. So I got dressed, I took a deep breath in, I opened the door, stepped out, and I was stunned. There was snow piled up to my knee. The wind was blowing angrily and the cold was stinging my cheeks. I ran back to my computer, and to my amusement, all schools were closed for the day. Happy and slightly annoyed, I ran back to my bed and had a nice long sleep. Out of all the times that I wished for a snow day, it never came. And the one time that I didn't wish for a snow day, it came at the right time and in the right place. I realized that reality is sometimes very tough on us. We feel the stress from all directions in our life, from our family, our colleagues, from ourselves. And at least to me, it feels like it beats you down a lot. But life has a strange way of balancing out. One day maybe you're late for work because of an accident on the highway, or maybe you went bowling and you bowled that elusive perfect game and you feel like the king of the night. But the important thing is that you should celebrate and recognize these absurdities in life. They're what make life interesting. They're what makes it a challenging, but an infinitely satisfying endeavor.